What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another Palantir update video, ticker symbol PLTR, where we take a look at how Palantir stock traded recently, key levels of support and resistance that we're looking at moving into the future, as well as some news about Palantir. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let me go ahead and hit record. We'll get right into the video. So small red day for Palantir, which is kind of what we've seen over the past few days, right? We've kind of experienced a sell-off from kind of the 24 level all the way down to the 21 level. We'll take a look at why the level we're at right now is really important in just a little bit. But before we do that, I want to cover a couple things. So first things first, we got earnings coming up on May 11th. So next Tuesday. Last time they had an earnings surprise of $250. But remember that they also were not profitable, which was a surprise and which caused a little bit of a sell-off post earnings. So that's something that we could expect as well. They're expecting 333 million, which is 3.4% sequential growth. Top line is because of both government and commercial segments. Earnings is currently at 4 cents. Sharp decline from 7 cents reported in the fourth quarter. So that's what we are talking about. They're spending a lot of money on R&D and headcount and channel partnerships. Currently, Zacks is marking this as a hold. So that's what they're calling it, but we'll see how earnings goes, and hopefully we see a little bit of a push into earnings. The second thing that I want to cover is we got Cellularity entering into a multi-year strategic partnership with Palantir Technologies. They're a clinical stage biotech company. They do cellular medication and cellular medicine. So they're forming a multi-year strategic partnership to leverage, where did it go? To leverage artificial intelligence and allow for the integration of siloed data sources into a common operating picture, leading to better data-driven decision making. They're going to use a Foundry platform, and so this should be great for Palantir. Remember that, you guys, that's what we look forward to. A lot of people keep saying, hey, Palantir is very government focused. Also, we don't know exactly what they do. Those things are not, false, but getting kind of more commercial contracts and kind of having those growth and multi-year contracts implies that they're definitely making a move towards the commercial sector as well, and hopefully they continue to grow, continue to increase their revenue as they're growing. The profits I'm not too worried about, right, because they're still growing, but still this is definitely great to see. Of course, the stock price today did not reflect this deal. Typically we've seen some pushes depending on news. We didn't get that today, but that's okay. The other thing is ARK Invest, Kathy Woods, bought over another 1.5 million shares of Palantir as the ETF fell 3% yesterday. So they bought 1,514,080 shares in ARK-K. This is about $32 million. It's only a small percentage of the holding. So she's bullish on Palantir, as am I, but I'm not saying Kathy Woods knows everything about everything, but she is definitely, her ETF was up 100% in the last year alone, right? So she's doing something right. So the fact that she's bullish on Palantir definitely makes me feel a little bit better. Okay. Let's take a look at Palantir stock and kind of how it's traded, and it's relatively simple to see, right? It's a support level fail, push up, and then or support level validate, push up, support level fail, and we fell. Again, not too great. If I take a look at the 5-day chart, kind of the same longer story. We've been falling, bouncing, taking a couple of days, falling, bouncing, and taking a couple of days. But if I go to the daily chart, what we'll see, you guys, so we were looking at the bull pennant here. Clearly that is not valid anymore. Let me get rid of this bottom line just because it's not valid. Totally cool, right? We were monitoring that. We didn't say it was going to happen for sure. This top line though is still happening, and over the long term we are making lower highs over time, which is not good, but we'll draw that line to see when it can hopefully break out of that. The reason the level we're at right now is a really important level is if you take a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and even going back all the way to kind of this $20 level here, we've bounced off of the $21 mark a couple times. 1, 325, 330, 504, and 55. So 4 times quadruple bottoming. So I think that is a really important level to see. If we keep falling, you know, that $20.16, which is when we bounced off of on March 5th with that crazy sell-off, that's what we are seeing there. Again, on the push up, you guys, what we have is this 2150 level, and then 2280, and then, you know, 2362 and 2408. What I'm personally hoping for is a little bit of a turnaround here. I know I've been hopeful on Palantir for a while. It's really struggled at the 24 level, and then, you know, kind of other levels after that too. But what I'm hopeful for is this $21 support holds, and we start to push up a little bit of run into earnings, maybe get into the 22, 23 range, and then kind of how earnings goes, we push up from there. One article that I want to take a look at here is this right here, talking about how Palantir has been doing. So it's fallen 53% after its $45 high, even though the overall market is doing really well, but it's holding support near the 21 level, right? And this is exactly what we talked about too. That's a triple bottom. What we've seen, actually, I think one of the days that we had was different than what they have, but still a quadruple bottom. So what we want is, I mean, assuming you're bullish, is we want it to hit that $25 mark. If it's able to clear that level, establish that as a level of support, which is what I talk about all the time, then it can make a push towards $30 since there's a gap. We talked about this previously too, you guys. We have a gap here going back to when we had that fall. And since most gaps are filled 90% of the time, we will see that level sometime in the future. Now, I don't know if that happens in a week, a month, or a year, right? But we will likely see Palantir test that $30 level, which is absolutely great because it implies almost a 50% upside if it were to just get to the $30 mark, not to, you know, consider anything else that happens after that. So what we got yesterday was a call sweep near the ask of 327 options, a 20 strike price expiring May 21st. That's a $63,000 bet. There's another 57,000, 62,000, 72,000. So we got a bunch of you know, different bets. One going out to June 2022, some going out to June, some going out to even like this Friday, right? Which, I mean, after today's action, maybe not doing so well, but a lot of bullish bets happening on Palantir, you guys. A lot of great news coming out on Palantir. I like Palantir at this $21 price because it's held that. So if it holds and starts to move up, I think we could potentially test kind of the 24, 25s again, which from today's price point, that would be kind of 24, 25 would be about a 15% upside. If it gets to that $30 to fill the gap, it would be a 43% upside. And if it makes $40, it'll be a 90% upside almost. If you take a look at the black box fourth line, 90% upside on shares alone. I'm not talking options. You could do even better with options. The reason I'm not playing options is because not playing new options. I do have my calls, my leaps. The reason I'm not doing new options is because, quite frankly, until I see it start moving, I'll just be kind of faced with theta decay, and I don't really want that. So that's the reason why I'm not personally, you know, buying more shares. But I have Palantir, or excuse me, I'm not buying more options, but I do have my Palantir shares. Got the leaps going out to 2022, 2023 that I'm holding on because, like I said, right, on the shares, I have unlimited time. On the leaps, I've got a decent amount of time as well. And I think it's a matter of time before we start to push up again, at least $30 mark, fill that gap, and then see where we go from there. So that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.